So this is the hallway I walked down to get to my room. I thought I'd show you because I have a few of my paintings in here, except for that one and that one. Those are McGee Alice posters. This one's just a fan art. I have a painting over there that I did, and then two more paintings, more recent, older, high school, still life. I have Super Sculpty blocking my door because I don't have a proper doorstop. But yeah, let me pan around the room first before I go getting into the description of things. I'm not going to talk about everything because I, as you can see, have a lot of stuff. A lot. Alright. And as you can see, I did a forest-themed kind of room painting. There's behind all my stuff, there's actually a silhouette of a mural of a forest. But yeah. Alright, I'm gonna start over here. Forgive my lip smacking, I'm trying to stop myself. Put my shoes here on the back of the door. Battle axe for fighting off zombies. Intruding zombies. Projector stuff back here, swords, posters. This shelf I made actually, and I painted that in my 2-year college, and I made an earring display tree that holds all my earrings in college too, and I got this Lazy Susan kind of thing for to make it easier to turn around, but it's more of a recycled TV top turner, so it's not that great, but yeah. Unused Russian stacking doll, another stacking doll that I did paint that was super tiny. Toy. In that bag is a bunch of clothes that are still good but need to be repaired because they have a hole or whatever. Piggy bank, paintbrushes, pliers, acrylic paints. This is a top for my projector. Dyes and molds in that bin over there. I just put that there because I have nowhere else to put it. I'm not very organized, so this is where I have my Death Chicken comic pages that I just kind of store away there for now. On this shelf I mostly have garage kits and glue gun and glue sticks and whatever miscellaneous stuff that's not that important to share. Random violin that I decided to get because I was inspired to one day. It's a cheaper version, so it's not that great, but maybe I can still do something with it. Down here I have 2 Obitsu bodies. There's another box behind here, but they're giant doll bodies that have not been assembled yet. Ribbon, doilies, some elastic right there. This shelf, I'll go over here. This is a giant lamp for painting stuff at night. This is just something to block this ugly box that contains spray paints, adhesives, and whatever else in there. And up here I have some toys. These two I made: Pyramid Head, Plug Doctor Doll, Xenomorph. I don't need to name it all off. Hair supplies, more hair stuff, a knife, jewelry box, see what, fairy lights, 3D pin that I haven't used, extra Polaroid stuff for this camera here that I got inspired to get from my friend, more toys, figures, sorry, they're not really toys, even though they're very articulated. Sewing stuff, sewing machine, serger, sewing machine, other stuff that goes with it. I think I'm a frame hoarder. There's frames here, frames there, frames there, frames there. Some clay stuff, more frames, more miscellaneous stuff, ball joint parts, which is pretty cool for action figures and whatnot to make them articulated. Charger port. This is actually for DVDs. They're both pretty much full to the brim. Small projector, GameCube system, and games, controllers as well. Little clamp light. This is where I put some oil pastels. I put my work in progress projects in this box here. Plaster paper, drywall, whatever. Knife, RC car to mess around with cats. There's actually 2 of them in here. CDs, a folder full of CDs, because I only listen to CDs. I'm not up to date with what people usually listen to on their phones or whatever. This I actually got from Home Depot, and I fill it full of a bunch of little things. I'll show you. I have a bunch of Presto whiteout pens, blue lead pencil lead, some pencil smudgers, white gel pens, more lead. And this is so handy for tiny, if you have a bunch of tiny miscellaneous things. I recommend getting this. It helps you keep organized. Artist trading cards, sleeves for the cards. This is Grim, by the way. He says hi. Corner punch, whatever, erasers, ink, paper clips, some extra watercolor, paintbrushes. Alright, that's what I have in there. I have some epoxy sculpt. I have a lot of epoxy sculpt for projects. I have some face molds for anime faces. And I have some extra anime doll parts for my Obitsu bodies. It's a different brand than Obitsu. But yeah, I got them because I liked it better. The faces anyway. This is more molding. Yeah, moldings to make molds. Some art thing that I got from my dad from a storage unit. There's artsy things in here like watercolors and oil paints, and this doll I got from my friend in Hawaii. She sewed together my Bunny Man character. I'm gonna keep him forever. He's not gonna stay anymore. I'll fix him later. Back there's blank checks and stuff. Foam cutters, CD cases that belong to the CD case go in there. I think there's more molding, sculpted things in that box, clay tools. Back there is flour for paper mache projects. This I actually got from a storage unit my dad gave me. I'm thinking of repainting it because I think it's cute, but the paint job is terrible, so. And over here I have my dresser that I built and painted. There's a video on my YouTube if you want to see that. Up here I have 2 printers. This one's a laser printer. This one's a different type of printer I got mostly for printing prints, art prints, but I've had it over a year now and I haven't done anything with it. Random creeper doll, very articulated humanoid figure. I forgot what it's called. Giant clock I got once upon a time at Costco. I think it was on sale for $60, so I was like, this is mine. I don't have to squint to look at it, so it's great. And over here, I'll back up. This is my workstation. Looks like I need to clean my camera lens. But yeah, this is where I do most of my work. So, my lamp, pencil sharpener. This is my pen case that I carry around. It's big enough to fit my newest sketchbook in there. It's pretty awesome. Here, I'll show you real quick. It's pretty big, and it just holds all my pens. Yeah, it's not all the way full yet, but yeah, it could hold good. I'll just keep that there. 2 sketchbooks I filled out, blank CDs, pencil sharpener, my tea that I'll drink after I'm done with this. This is my pencil storage case, colored pencil, gel pens, whatever fits in there. Over here I keep all my digital stuff like USB cables, battery chargers, tape timers, whatever. Scrap paper for notes, whatever I feel like writing down. This is where I do most of my recording. Up here is the webcam that I use for that. It's connected to a clamp light part that I converted into the holder. It's actually clamped to a separate piece of wood that's connected to the wall. So if I ever were to jiggle my table around, the camera would not. So that's handy. I have another webcam, but that's only for Skype talking. Yeah, so I do my work here. I have my screen right in front of me so I can chat and whatnot. It's very handy. And this is my fold-up light that I use. I put some tracing paper on top of it to minimize the glare, but it kind of works, but it kind of doesn't, so sorry for my lip smacking. I'm trying to stop. Ugh. Here's my tablet glove, tablet pen, speakers. When I'm not doing traditional work, I take my my board off, and underneath is my Cintiq. There's a stand below that I use to prop this up, and then I work on this, and I still have my screen in front of me, so it's very handy. I have my protection board, and I'm sure not to put anything heavy on it, because yeah, probably be bad. Over here is actually a calendar book, but I use it instead for writing down what I need to accomplish for the day, and then I cross it off. Let's see. Over here I have my pencils, backup pencils, various pencils, scissors. Right here I have my headphones that I use for most of my video recordings. Up here I have my Epson scanner, which is an awesome scanner. Stupid thing, I need to clean that, but it'll do for now. On top of this I have a articulated 3D printed centaur skeleton that I got off of Etsy. If you're curious and want to get one of these, just look up a centaur skeleton on Etsy and you'll find it. Over here I have original artwork from Emperor Peep. I did an art trade with him. I framed it. I'm going to keep it forever because I love it. Flowers I got from a estate sale. Ceres figure and all my other figures over here. This guy's laying down because I was using him as muscle reference. But yeah, I actually edited this guy. This was a Green Lantern that I turned into a Deadpool Venom figure. So, and I also edited this guy. This guy was a Gears of War figure. I don't remember which one, but yeah, I tried to turn him into one of those what are they called? I'll write it down. Karumi, BioShock, Harley Quinn. I have a skeleton over here for referencing. And that just about wraps it up for my computer area. But below it, oh, I should probably do this one first. If I have too much paper over here and I want to get rid of it because I need to work on projects, I made a little bin here to just shove it in for the time being. You recognize that, right? Currently working on a watercolor, almost done. Other projects, work in progress, things, they go in there. I made this entire little thing as well, and I painted it Victorian-like inspired. And I did oak tree patterns because I live where there's lots of oak trees. But in here I put my art book references, and yeah, this is where I store most of them. Art of gaming. Underneath my computer, this is my concentrated watercolors. I made that case, also a video on my YouTube you have to find somewhere. Over here is a backup battery for my computer tower. Ugh. That glare is awful. Computer tower, backup battery. If you're a digital artist, I highly recommend getting a backup battery, unless you don't have a problem where your power goes out all the time. I do. I've worked on projects and my computer would turn off and I'd lose everything, so if you have that problem, I suggest highly to get a backup battery. It will save you. Alright, over here underneath the window I have another thing that I made, Victorian inspired again. This, I mostly, cat food. I put cat food there because I don't get in here very often. I mostly buy my comics and I put them in here. I haven't bought comics in a long time. This is probably the newest one I bought, but yeah. That all goes there. Wow, this lens is so blurry. I should probably fix that just a sec. I blew on it. It's a little better-ish. But yeah, there's actually not a backing behind here because I was stupid. I didn't do that, so it's all super dusty. So yeah, there's that. Then over here, I have one of those stupid plastic storage bins, but I put my artwork, my watercolors go in here. Tinier 2-ounce acrylic paints go in here. And in here I have protective plastic sleeves for shipping and as well as cardboard for backing. That goes in there. That's full to the max. I can't take any more. Cat water. This is actually a brand new lamp that I haven't tested out yet. I wanted to record and show my previous setup before I put this on, so there you go. A toy that I have not opened yet. More miscellaneous stuff. You could read that on the side. Fan for summer to go on the window because yeah, it's really hot. I have towels draped over here because the sun likes to pop through and try to destroy everything. But yeah, so that's why that's there. I have some super old artworks in this box over here. A box that I probably could throw away because a toy came in it. But random briar horse because I was going to edit it. Not right now though. A bunch of feathers for cat toy projects, maybe other projects. In here I have more printing paper, sleeves for protection, for shipping, spare mouse because I was having issues with my other mouse, and yeah, I thought it would be good to have a backup just in case. This is actually a reference folder. I print out whatever I think is neat and inspiring and, you know, like cars, guns, stuff that I need practice with. I put in here in a bunch of sleeves. And then these are story folders, story ideas. Over here I have animal papers. If I go take my cats to the vet, I usually put them in here for safekeeping. If I'm finding interesting stuff, because I want to get chickens again sometime, I put that in, you know, one of these folders so I remember if they ever get problems, it will help them. Goat papers, because I have goats. I think those are blank spiral notebooks. More stuff in boxes for projects. Important files in the folder. A mask I made once upon a time in high school, and then I redid it again a few years later. It turned into one of my characters. This door actually goes to the bathroom, which we're not gonna go into. Let me show you real quick. I made these drapes, and they're leafy. I wanted it forest themed. And this is my bedroom window view. And I could see my goats from here on a contraption I made for them. They really like that contraption. So, that's my view. Hey, Grim. Then my cats. Okay. And this is my other art table. This is where I read books and sometimes draw on. This is my computer chair. I put a towel on it because I don't like how it feels on my skin. Nice armless computer chair I got off of Amazon. Rubber wheels so it doesn't ruin the floor. But yeah. This is my giant art desk. I'll show you. Behind it is some cardboard backing for larger pictures like my canvas. This is my easel, which I paint on. It's awesome fold-up easel. Down here is a cat box bed. I exchange it every now and then to make it exciting, and they seem to like this one so far. I have a giant Himalayan salt lamp that I got from my parents. They went to a rock show and grabbed me one. This is some old high school giant folder paper. I have a lot of leftovers and I don't know what to do with it, so it goes right there for now. Dream journal. It's right next to my bed. I'll show you that. Hold on. Lotion, folders, character references, light box for tracing, extra sketchbooks that haven't been used. I put whatever small artworks I have in one of these folders, and then if I get gift art, I put in one of these folders, and character reference sheets in that one. Over here, extra sketchbooks, watercolor paper, tracing paper, larger paper, cardstock. When I'm not watercoloring, I put my watercolor paper, what's this called? Paper towels here. And then this is the water that I usually use for my watercolors. This right here is actually another one of those cruddy plastic bins, but I cut out and made my own type of bin for it because it was too big to go in here, and after I made it wooden, it fit. Anyway, so I keep my Dick Blick markers in here and some other Amazepins back there. More cruddy pens, Crayola, I think, inks, glues, extra pins, other pins, stamps, cat toy, very important. Actually, let me step back. This was actually an two IKEA shelves that I stacked on top of each other. I got them from a storage unit for my dad, and I painted it green. It was originally black, and I actually trimmed down the side, otherwise it wouldn't fit on my table. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that because it's awesome. I like how it turned out. These are my Prismacolor markers. These are sketchbooks that I got from Drawkill. She has an Etsy store if you're interested. It's a sketchbook that I will eventually use. And this one I got from Lavender Town from her Redbubble. 2 Drawkill, 1 Lavender Town. Envelopes for shipping. Small, medium, large envelopes. And I think I have a scale back there, and this is a book light that I'll probably never use. Paper cutters right here. Giant staple. Business cards, and you can make that out. Some scrap paper. Some more computer printing paper. File folders, box full of Sharpies, business cards go there, Epson, fancy paper for making prints, laminating pouches, probably labels, I think. These are for my Patreon people. They're 7 by 5 inch sized cards, and then some note cards. Cardstock for sketching on. My cat Aslan wanted to come in and he was meowing at the door. Alright, where was I? I'm almost done. Up here I have a bunch of canvases that are blank or I want to repaint. They just go up there for now. This is a clamp structure that is for this camera when I'm, if I wanted to record while I'm painting on my easel. That's what this is for. This is actually a drawing from my friend Anna. I hang it up there and I'm forever gonna keep it. Okay, yeah, awesome roof. Light fixture, more mural art that I'm probably gonna put some sort of shelving thing there eventually, but This is my bed. I have a cat litter under there, which is probably a bad mistake because my cats are retarded and don't bury their poop all the time. They scratch the sides of the walls and the ceiling, and they just can't bury it, and they do it for like 10 minutes, so it wakes me up in the middle of the night. Something to sweep up the litter if they spill outside. Trash. Old art bag that I used to take everywhere, full of enamel pins. These are actually 2 cat caves that I got for my cats, but they never lay inside them. They only lay on top of them, so whatever. I have a lot of blankets on my bed because it's like super cold at the moment. I have a Bowser doll that I bought for myself a long time ago when I was probably still 10-ish, 13, I don't know. So I've had it for a long time. Sheep that I got from one of my friends from New Zealand. Oh, she visited New Zealand and got it for me. She lives in America. All right. My clock, lotions for nighttime stuff. This right here is a fold-up table. This is what I use to sew on. Very, very handy. I am also a hoarder of materials, and I have like 8 bins underneath the bed that are full of materials, fabrics. I tried to organize them in a way that's color-coded, and that's where I store them for now. Cat's standing on 2 toy boxes that I don't know where to put yet. Anyway, this is my closet. 2 fold-up closets. Up there are a bunch of briar horses. I used to collect briar horses all the time when I was little, and I don't do it now, but they're still good for horse anatomy reference if I ever were to draw a horse. And yeah, I put a metal wire across just in case we ever get an earthquake, because I live in California and we're prone to earthquakes, so hopefully that would help hold them back. Over here I have an upside down shelf that I put 2 gas masks on, because why not? Alright. I drew a Celtic knot on the, painted a Celtic knot on the doorknobs. Let me turn on the light in here. Okay, I had to jump to get that light, so I had to stop the camera. But as you can see, it's packed to the brim. I have more materials up here. There's some faux furs and what's it called? Winter fleece, whatever other materials in there. I have some Plug Doctor material in that one. And then in here I have skirts, blouses, coats, dresses. And I actually use those the stacking hangers for organizing. And they save so much space. I'm so happy I've discovered these. So I highly recommend that. My closet is super heavy though, so I put reinforcement just in case it falls down, because this originally is plastic and I'm sure it won't hold, because I've had collapsed closets in the past. Anyway, back here I have not only a cat, but that's my heater. I have stuffed animal stuffing. I have some extra material that I don't know what to do with. I think it's curtain frill stuff that I could probably turn into neat dresses or something. Since I live in the desert, this is a swamp cooler. It works wonders. Over here I have more stuff. This is more sewing material stuff, like laces and elastics and serger threads. I have gloves, pasta machine back there that I don't use that I probably should throw, giant projector that I use for my murals. I mean, I could use it for murals, but I use it for large paintings. I don't do it too often, so that's mostly in there. You could read what that is. I actually, I got my comic published once. but it was all out. The pages were published out of order, and the person didn't check who did that, so I have all those books that won't... I probably should throw away, but it's a shame to. Yeah, sewing patterns, more miscellaneous stuff, armature wire. I think this tote is full of yarn. I'm pretty sure. This is actually a fold-up... What's it called? This is actually a fold-up photo shoot. For eBay Adams or whatever. This is a German dress I'll probably never wear because it's too small for me. But my sister brought it back from Germany. Maybe I could adjust it later into my size. Shoes that don't fit on the back of my door go in here, which are larger shoes, fancy shoes, giant boots, whatever. Another folder file case full of old artwork. And I think that concludes the room art tour. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, till next time, you guys.